It is a military airplane. I'm at a military base right now. Yeah, military base. The car next to us, and yeah, again, it's a military base, and yeah, let's get into this live stream. How to roundhouse kick. 100 ways to roundhouse kick. Yes, you guys read the title right. Um, there's over 100 different ways to roundhouse kick. So people who have this idea that there's only one way to roundhouse kick don't know what they're talking about. Like people who argue online, and I see this a lot online, especially online. Um, I see this a lot that people will just like um argue like a certain way to roundhouse kick. Like I've seen people who haven't even been training martial arts that long, and they'll be like critiquing other like genuine martial artists. They'll be saying, "Oh, you're doing it wrong," or "You're not stepping with the foot," or "You're not pivoting," or "You're not throwing the arms," or "You're not keeping your guard up," or I've heard it all before. Like I heard it all, and it's ridiculous. This is a ridiculous talk because there's 100 different ways to do a roundhouse kick, and none of them are necessarily wrong. And by 100, I don't mean it literally. There's a if you count every little thing you can do different with a movement of a kick, you're gonna end up with many different ways of doing it. Like many, there isn't just one or two or three or four. So these things you will hear sometimes, like how to roundhouse kick for kickboxing, or how kickboxers roundhouse kick, how karate people roundhouse kick, how taekwondo people roundhouse kick. Yes, there's a difference in the way people kick, but at the end of the day, if someone is practicing kicks nonstop all day, kick, he's gonna come to a level where he's gonna figure out, unless he's stupid, of course, and he doesn't know how to think out of the box, but you'll get to a level where you'll figure out how to kick better than everybody else. For example, a good example of this is Andy Hugh. Eddie Hugh is primarily a Kyokushinkai black belt, right turn kickboxer. But if you watch the way he kicks, sometimes you don't know if it's a taekwondo practitioner or not because of the way he kicks. Because I think, like, especially like some kicks, like his axe kick, his spinning kick, they evolve to like a level where it's like it almost looks like a different martial art. You will have this with some martial artists that they're just on another level. And yeah, again, like I keep saying this, there's like 100 different ways to do almost any kick. And I'm not saying I can do a roundhouse kick in 100 ways, but I can do it at least in 30 different ways. At least I should do a video on this one and to show you guys 30 different ways to roundhouse kick, right? But there's other people that do it in other ways that I would not even maybe not even attempt to do. Like people that over telegraph their kicks. I only telegraph if I want to. By that I mean I only telegraph if it's like for a means to an end. For example, I'll telegraph if I want the other person to maybe expect a kick so that I can set up something different later, right? So things like that I'll do, you know. Um, but for the most part, I don't telegraph my roundhouse kick. So there, by me not telegraphing, I'm already gonna have a bunch of ways of doing it that I'm not even gonna bother mentioning. That's why I say I got like 30 different ways of throwing it. If you count every single different way of throwing it. So hey, thanks P. Appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it a lot, man. Tips are always welcome, guys. Somebody PPSH31 just tipped me $19 or euros. I don't know exactly what that is, but I just got a tip from somebody, which is nice. Yeah, so you wanna basically figure out which roundhouse kick works best for you. Everybody's different. So if your hip structure is made a certain way, and I've talked about this in other videos, how the hip structure and your genetics plays a role in if you can do the splits or not. I've talked about this in many videos. So based on that, on things like that, like the splits and the hits, this means that it translates directly to the kicking. Okay, so if you're like if you're limited with if you're limited with the way you can do the splits, then you're gonna be limited in how many roundhouse kicks you can do. If you can only do side splits in one direction, then you're only gonna be able to do high kicks or roundhouse kicks at a high level in a certain way of moving. Same thing applies if you can only do it in the other direction or only in the middle splits. How flexible you are, how flexible your hips are, how flexible your legs are matters with how what kind of roundhouse kick you throw. So it's not just purely, oh, that roundhouse kick is good or this roundhouse kick is good. A real good genuine kick instructor will know what will work for which person. And there's very few masters that can actually do this. Usually they're only Koreans that are really good at this. Usually when it comes to taekwondo, if it ain't Korean, it ain't much. So yeah, it's there's many ways, guys, and I could probably show you guys some examples in a minute. If you guys want me to, I could show you guys some examples of different roundhouse kicks and how to throw them. Hey, bro, how you doing? Roblox gamer, what's up, bro? We're here, live streaming, bro, doing our thing. We're at a show you guys at a military base right now. I showed that earlier too, and I'm waiting here for a second in the parking lot, so I figure I'll just live stream while I'm waiting out here. You know, 11. Yeah. So ooh, so there's many different ways to do it, like I just said a minute ago. And um yeah, for example, if you can only do splits in this direction, right? Splits in this direction, right? You guys see that? This means that the left leg is going to be the one that goes better in a straight direction like this. So if the person wants to do a non-pivoting roundhouse kick, he's going to have to do it with that leg. And if he sucks at the other side, he's going to not be able to do it as good on the other side. So these kind of things matters, guys, like your hip structure, your bones, your muscles. And then you have to kick and try different kinds of kick and see what works for you. If you're super slow at kicking and you're going to actually be a kicker and throw kicks, and it's probably really smart to set your kicks up with punches first. Because unless you're fast, you're not going to be that good at landing kicks. You got to be fast, accurate, balance, power, technique. Many factors go into actually being able to land kicks in a fight. It's not easy. It's difficult. It takes a lot of training, a lot of sparring, et cetera, to actually get good at kicks. But to know what actually works for you, you just have to try different things. So, yeah. Yeah, so what do you guys think? Do you guys think there's only one way to roundhouse kick? One real good way? Like many people argue in the comments. It's funny to me when I see that. It really like I've seen like people who know nothing try to give advice to people who know a lot on how to do, especially the roundhouse kick. I think it's the most debated kick of all kicks because everybody thinks they can do it. Everybody thinks they know everything about it, but many few people know deep enough. Like very few people are real experts at the roundhouse kick. Everyone can sort of do it. Everyone can sort of talk about it. Everybody thinks they have the answers, especially when it comes to like freaking YouTubers. Dude. They all think they have the answers, but the reality is most of them are wrong because You cannot have a perfect way to do one kick. It's the first per person, like I keep saying. What works for me, what works for other people, is not necessarily going to work for you, you know? So, yeah. And I was going to do some kicks maybe if you guys want me to demonstrate some different roundhouse kicks and different examples of how to do it, depending on your different flexibility. But uh, you guys have to want me to do it, then I'll do it. If not, I'll just chill here in the car because it's cold out there. In order to do some kicks, I have to go outside. And but I'll do it if you guys want me to. If you guys, I got 0 likes, so if you guys want me to throw some kicks, let me see some likes. I just noticed none of you are liking the video. I'm about to throw some kicks. If you guys all like the video, there's 7 of you in here, and no one's liked the video yet. I did get a tip, though, a monetary tip. That's nice always. Some monetary tips always good. But like the video, guys. And now like 7 of them left. That's funny. I had 7 in here and it's 5 left. Now I have 2 left. So you see, when you do the call to action thing, sometimes nothing happens. Sometimes people just leave. But yeah, if you guys are watching anyways, like the video. It helps the channel. It really does. Cool, Ahmed. How you doing, buddy? How to roundhouse kick. 100 different ways to roundhouse kick is their reality. This is what I'm saying in this video. There's no real correct one way of doing it. It varies from person to person. And I know what some of you are thinking. Yeah, but you're always preaching the non-telegraphic roundhouse kick. I'm always preaching that one, right? Because I'm always doing that one. But not everybody can do that shit. I mean, that's one of the best kicks that works the best for me. But I can pull it off. I have the flexibility, the hip flexibility, the leg flexibility, the accuracy, the experience to do it. Not everybody's going to be able to do it this way. If you cannot do it this way, you're going to have to find a different way to do things. But there's one thing is true. There's a roundhouse kick for every person on earth. There's a version of a roundhouse kick for you. You just got to find out which one that is by training, trying different things, listening to people that actually know what they're talking about, como su servidor yo, like myself. I know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm giving you guys this advice. And I'm not just making a video where I just preach one technique and then a week later I'm like, I was wrong about the roundhouse kick. This is the real technique. And then a week later, I was wrong about the roundhouse kick a second time. Now I'm no a better and whatever the third time. And other YouTubers will do this. They will milk the hell out of one technique by saying they were wrong and make a new video. I was wrong and they make a new video. And then they milk the hell out of one technique by only focusing on one way of doing it, maybe two, but not more than that because, you know, they don't know any better. And the reality is most people are stupid. But yeah, there's the reality is there's so many different ways to throw a roundhouse kick. If I had like a nickel or a penny for every different way I've seen people do it in an effective way, I'd be a millionaire because I've seen so many people kick. And yeah, the roundhouse kick is a really beautiful kick, but you know, there's a lot of misconceptions on it. And the main misconception is there's only one way to do things. That's one of the stupidest things ever. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, appreciate it. Appreciate it. So yeah, um, different ways to kick people. Different ways to kick. Let me see if I can set this thing up in a way that you guys can see me doing something. Bang. I have to set it up over here. Let me see. Let me see. Whatever, no one's better to take this thing outside. Okay. So as I was saying, there's different ways to roundhouse kick. Um, if your hips are limited in the sense that when you're doing this splits this way, you're having a really hard time getting far at all. So when you're in this roundhouse kick position, maybe you're right here. You cannot get higher than this, right? So then it is not wise to do the roundhouse kick where you're turning your entire hips this way. It is not wise to do that one because your hips can only go so high, right? So it is definitely not wise to do that one. So what you want to do is you want to find one that you can do. And if you're, for example, more flexible this way, most people are more flexible with the side splits, with the splits in this direction. So not with the splits in this direction. This means that for a lot of people, not going around is better. You're almost better off going straight or in a 45-degree angle a little bit, where you're doing the stretch that you do in the side split position. So in a way, it will look like this, like right here, but you want to pivot a little bit, but in a sense that the way you're kicking is like you're staying in the position that you're the most flexible, which is this way or that way or this way. If you're really good at the Van Damme splits, the splits this way, then it's a lot easier to make the actual roundhouse kick going all the way around. But for most people, that's not going to be realistic. So if you're more flexible with the side splits or the front splits, which is this split, you want to kick more here, not too round because your hips won't allow it. So you want to come here. You want to throw kicks where you're landing it here like that, straight like this, not too round. But when you can go around, then you have the luxury of being able to go round, like everyone tells you to do the roundhouse kick. And then you have the in betweens where you're going like crow cop. You're doing everything like the side splits here up until the point you connect. Then you're twisting your whole body. But that's like for the best people with kicking. Not everybody can do that. So it is what it is, guys. Yeah. Well, showing you guys some techniques, man. That's what I'm doing out here. So, yeah. So, what do you guys think of the airplane? You guys know my dad used to be an airline pilot, and I uh, I actually miss him a lot. You know, he passed away, and when we got here right now, I really had to think of my father. Also, because we didn't know where we were going, so we started driving around in circles in a rotonda, I think called Glorieta. It's like round. We started running around in circles. So and I knew it was a military base, but I didn't know that they were gonna have like yeah, airplanes like this. And yeah, and the number 11 is like my lucky number. It's nice to see that being parked over here. But yeah, my dad used to be a military pilot, so he was like a, a fighter pilot, Top Gun stuff, you know. And Yeah. Let me see what you guys are saying in the messages. Oh, I'm here waiting, man. I'm waiting. There's uh there's an event going on over there, and I'm just waiting for the event to finish, man. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, thanks, Udo. Okay, nice. Yeah, if I get copyright, I'm gonna turn off the radio. But you guys have any questions? Just ask. Maybe I missed some questions. Let me look back. UK. What part of the UK, man? What city in the UK do you live at, Abdul? I'm curious. Yeah. I just realized that putting the phone like this is actually the easiest way to put it for me. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. So, if you guys have any questions, just ask. What do you guys think about the roundhouse kick? Do you guys actually believe that there's only one way of doing things? Only one good, right way of doing it? Or do you guys know, as I do, that it's as stupid as can be to think there's only one way of doing things? Let's see. Yeah. YouTube. Let's see. Let's look at our own video and let's see how we're doing here. Make sure you guys like the video. 4 of you already did, which is nice. Okay, I cannot see my own video though for some reason. At least not the live stream. Let's see. Bang, now I'm here. Okay, I see the quality of the stream could be a little bit better. But yeah. Thanks, Udo. Roundhouse tutorial, you gave it quickly, learned it. Really? You mean with what I said right now? You learned you got the point of what I was trying to say with what I learned right with what I said right now, or what do you mean exactly? You must say you got pretty good spin kicks. Thank you, man. My spin kick is my best kick. It's not to brag, but it's the kick that I've tried the most. That's why it's my best kick. Like I literally do it better than my other kicks, and it's easier for me, believe it or not, than my other kicks. The spinning kick is easy for me, and I think it shows when I do it because look at how easy I do it, how easy I land it. There's a reason for this. Is because I'm really used to doing it, like because I've always done it. It's the kick I've practiced the most, and I've been doing it since I was like 4. So it's a kick I've been practicing and practicing all my life, man. AJ, how did this is a question from Rosen Rosendo Van Dam 5926. Um, AJ, how did you grow your hair out? Any advice for growing it out, especially as a fellow Mexican with thick, heavy hair? Oh, okay. Well, what is your question exactly on how to grow it out? I mean, it's not that hard. You gotta just I don't know how short it is now, but the way I did it was like this. I went from being bald to having like a Tony Montana, Bruce Lee type of haircut with the hair down up to here. And then I had an injury in my arm, a stab wound, and I had to get surgery, and I was home for like months. So my hair started growing longer and longer and longer and longer. And but I was home all the whole time because I was like I was doing therapy, so I couldn't really leave the house. And so basically, I ended up I ended up what was I saying? I lost my frame of thought. I see so many people coming out. Um, yeah. So what you can do is wear a hat. I don't know if you work or not, or if your job allows it. But if in case the in between or when it's growing, a lot of times when it's like to where you want it to be, a lot of times it's like your hair will be in a stage where you don't like it, and this is where a lot of guys give up and they cut their hair off. Or people that are trying to cut their hair, they end up or trying to grow their hair. People that are trying to grow their hair end up cutting their hair short again because they get frustrated with, like, let's say the length here or the length when it's here or wherever length they have it where it gets annoying. So in order to get through that stage, what I did is I wore bandanas, I wore hats. I still wear hats till this day when the hair bothers me. So um I don't have the hat handy. So you just wear a hat, backwards, forward, tie your hair up, put your hair in there. Hats help a lot. Hoodies help a lot depending on where you live. Just covering up your hair with something when it's in a state that you don't like it is the best way to go about letting it grow in those last stages. And right now, it really grew a lot. Like for example, I usually tend to cut it when it's here, but I haven't cut it in like 2 years. So what you guys see here from here to here, this piece here, that's like 2 years of hair growth, more or less. This right here, 2 years. And yeah, from here to here, I just kept cutting it. So, but I know that much. Like when I left to move to Spain, I cut my hair the last time. You guys will see a video where I'm in the snow. That was 2 years ago. It was this long. So, yeah, I have long, beautiful, healthy hair. They say I got a lot of compliments from the girls with the hair. Girls like my hair a lot. The only woman that tells me I should cut it is my mom. Surprisingly enough, everybody else tells me I should leave it. Like I get nothing but compliments from women with my hair. But people I know, people I don't know, random people. Oh, you have such nice hair. Blah blah blah. What do you do with it? Like that's a question I get a lot. What do I do to have such nice hair? But the reality is, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't do much. I just keep myself healthy, and apparently that my hair is healthy as a result. I guess sort of. Abdul says, I did exactly with no errors and returned to the starting point very fast after doing the roundhouse kick. Good, man. Good. I'm glad I could help with the roundhouse kicks, man. Any kick, if you guys need advice on any kick, be sure to ask me. Forget the rest. Learn from the best. As far as kicks, I'm the best one out there, guys. There's nobody else that's as good as me with kicking or with kicks. I'm obsessed. I do nothing else since I was a kid. I just love kicking. So, anybody got any questions on kicks, just ask me and I'll let you know. Abdul says, um, I'm in the middle length right now in awkward stage. I have to put it in a short man bun, but with some pomade. Okay, middle length right now in the awkward stage. Yeah, this is what I meant. The awkward stage. I figured you were. I already knew you were in the awkward stage when you asked me about growing your hair. Why did you decide to grow your hair anyways? Any particular reason why you decided to grow your hair? And yeah, dude, just I would just wear a hat, man, or man bun, whatever. No, man, I get that question a lot. I don't use any special shampoos or conditioners, but I just try random stuff that my girlfriends have and it's just tough. And I'll be honest, I almost never really buy my own stuff. But very soon I'm gonna live on my own, like on my own, like without a girlfriend. Even though I have girlfriends. Um, So, but I'm not gonna live with a girlfriend. Like soon, I'm gonna probably live alone. So when I live alone, I gotta just get my own. I gotta pick my own shampoo and things like that. And I've never really done that. I always just grab what my girlfriends use. And when I had a bald head, I would sometimes not even use shampoo. I would just use some soap, rub it in my head, and ta-da. So yeah, it's I don't really have any particular brand that I use. I cannot give you guys advice on this, and I'm not being paid by any brands nor anyone like that. So if there's any brands out there, you guys want me to try a product, you want to pay me for it, we do whatever. I'm down to work with a brand and try their products and review it or whatever. Honestly, and honestly, tell you guys what it did to my hair. But I don't know how many brands will want to do it like that. But I'm totally down to review a brand and try it. But no, I don't use any brands in particular. No, and I've used so many I cannot even begin to mention any out of the top of my head. I don't know. I was inspired by Tarzan. Difference between a Thai kick and a Dutch kick. Ahmed. Difference between a Thai kick and a Dutch kick. Tarzan was therapeutic to me in the movies. Yeah, true. Um, Difference between a Thai kick and a Dutch kick is that the Thais tend to round it more. They tend to go more round. The Dutch, we tend to go more straight and keep our head back and not go forward with our heads in a way that you can get counter punched or kicked. So we just throw it a little different. Just the way we throw the kick is different. Yeah, it's more just based on just boxing. The Thai fighters throw the kick a lot of times without setting it up, so they'll just throw it. But over the years there's some Dutch fighters that really throw the low kicks like Thai fighters, and you got some Thai fighters nowadays that also throw a little bit like Dutch fighters. So I guess that this style is this style is that. As far as the kicks, it's sort of fading a little bit in the sense that like a lot of people are doing the Dutch version of it more nowadays. Like I see it coming more and more and more and more. Like I see a lot of people situational awareness. I see a lot of people as self defense rule number one. I see a lot of people doing that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah. Anyways, I have to set the phone up in a different way. How you doing?
A little bit longer.
Did it? Why? Why take it so long?
Because it was big.
Big?
Yeah.
How big?
Hard to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you about what?
The presents.
Oh, presents.
Yeah.
You got a lot of presents?
A lot of chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got a lot of presents, a lot of chocolates. Interesting. Well, I guess the difference will be more in the fact that the way they stand, man. But you know, a low kick is a low kick. Like I said, it's a but it's a Kyokushinkai karate low kicks, Muay Thai low kicks. They get the Kyokushinkai low kick is a lot more like the Dutch low kick. They stay a little bit more straight in place because they tend to do more combos and things like that, things of that nature. You ready to go right away? You're in a hurry?
Yeah.
You're in a hurry.
No,
You're not in a
not
hurry?
really, but
Oh, then I need to go to the restroom real quick. So
oh, okay.
you wanna keep this very entertaining conversation going?
And where are you going? There's no inside there looking it up because.
I'll figure it out, baby. Don't worry about me.
You want to leave
Oh,
tonight?
they're locking it up. You mean everybody's leaving? They're
No,
waiting for people to
they're going
leave?
to have dinner. But
Oh,
maybe you want to give me the mic?
oh yeah.
Hi, everyone. He's going to be on a toilet break. So, hey, Ahmed. Yeah, I'm doing okay. How are you? Later today, I will be teaching my Zumba class Christmas edition. So, some cheesy Christmas music, Christmas tracks, and do a little dance on it. And then we are going to the having it, having a little Christmas ourselves with some nice. Okay,
You
I've
don't
been
say
corrected
vibes.
here. Oh, you lost the stream for a moment, I think, because it said you're alive. Okay, well,
Sure, no, they can't really hear me because I don't have the mic.
yeah, I was not really saying important stuff, but I will do my Christmas Zumba tonight and uh, getting in the Christmas spirit. Yeah, yeah. And then with the whole group, we have some snacks and some drinks, and we will just be sitting down and chat. And so half sports class, half drinking and eating, just the way I like it. So yeah,
I like it.
yeah. From the song, that's the way. I like it. Yeah. So really getting into the Christmas spirit. Single jingle bells. Well, we're not going to sing along, but my outfit will do enough. We don't have to sing because my outfit is really extreme. I think I've like um, seven seven sports leggings uh, only for Christmas. One is like the Santa pants, but then in Christmas leggings. One is like for the little elves, with the red, white stripes and the green pants off the knee up. And I have one which looks like you have um, like your skin color, and then with a net of Christmas lights over it. It's really bad, but not a naughty Santa outfit. No, could have been, but no, no.
Where's the other mic?
I think in the,
Yeah, I know, but you don't know where. Let me see where I left it.
but you can have this one back.
Um, yeah, for a second, can you give it to me? And before we leave, can you take the phone and you guys? Oh yeah, I'm back. Here. Record me. I'll be outside. I'll be right next to you. Try to get the plane too.
Okay. I wanted to put the light of the window open.
Okay, so the main differences between the Muay Thai low kick and the Dutch low kick, I'm going to show you guys now since she's here to hold the phone for me. Okay, the main difference is not the kick itself, it's the stance. The stance already makes a different example. The Muay Thai stance, they'll lean a lot of their weight on the back leg and they'll hold their hands high and they will do a little dance like this a lot of times. So they're like preparing to always check, and of course they throw their knees and their elbows and all that stuff. But because they have all their weight on their back leg, they're forced, listen well, forced to really step first or make contact with that leg first on the ground in order to really be able to throw that back leg. So this is why a lot of times you will see them step or step sideways first to get like a 50-50 on the ground before they actually throw the kick. And a lot of times they will throw single kicks. Muay Thai fighters will throw a lot of single kicks, like single roundhouse kicks without setting it up first. And the difference between that and the Dutch way is that we just stand like a boxer more. We have a more, not exactly like a boxer, but more like a boxer in the sense that we have both of our feet on the ground more. So because of that, and because we focus more on the boxing, our low kicks are more here because we don't need to go from this stance to a different stance to get balance for the low kick first. I hope that made sense. So the main difference is the stance. That already makes the entire thing different. Hope that made sense. You know, earlier I tried to explain it in a different way, but I figured I better explain it this way. Okay. I better just show it to you guys instead of just talking the talk. You know me, I like to walk the walk. Not just talk the shit. I'll show you guys how it's done. I'm not just gonna say it. You know. So yeah. Perfect sense. You're welcome, guys. Oh yes, we're live streaming all day today. Apparently, that's what we're doing today, man. We're just live streaming until we hit them millions or billions or whatever. We're just gonna keep streaming. And this is a military. Let me see, military base. Let's see. Still bright enough that you guys can sort of see here. Uitgang means exit in Dutch. It's actually surprisingly brighter than I thought it would be. Are we out of the military place? Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, but we're still in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The land of bicycles, guys. Look at that. Ain't that something? There he is. There he is. There he is. Amazing. So this is the exit, right?
Yeah.
And now we're back to the cows. Welcome to Holland. Nothing but flatness. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. Look at the bicycle road. You guys see that on the left? On the left, on the right. There's the bicycle road still? No, yeah. No sé, the feet spot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is the bicycle roads on the left side, so that's what separates it. And yeah, you're supposed to somehow manage to go in both directions in this small ass lane. This is Holland.
The stripes are all over, so you may go over.
You may go over it, yeah, but it's still a small ass lane.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't change the fact that it's a really small. That they have some really small streets here. You know, I think that I think that whole making it like, how do you call it? More money for the weight of the car is just so that people don't drive big cars because the streets are not made for it. Right? I don't know. It's a theory of mine. Yeah, I cannot do that. Woohoo. This is very common in Holland. These yeah, these these round things here. Like I mean, you have them all over the world, of course, but in Holland, here you really have these things everywhere in the entire country. And whoever comes from the right side has a right of way.
That's
Makes
the right
sense?
side.
Right side, though.
Hier, als iemand er al op zit. When somebody is already on.
I mean, in general.
Oh,
In general, people that come
Yeah.
from the right have the right of way
yeah, but
in the
not,
streets.
not on the roundabout.
And the roundabout is the left people that have the right of way.
Yeah, because then you're already on the roundabout.
Right.
Then,
I was talking in general
Yeah.
because it's unusual. In other countries, it's whoever shows up first. First
Yeah.
come, first serve. Or the biggest street gets priority, gets a right of way. Usually, it's the biggest street.
And then it must have like a sign that that street has the voorrang.
In Holland, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh yeah. He's saying in the comments that Miss Morena's trash talking too much.
Oh.
But you know what? It's like doesn't really affect me. You know, I don't really care the things she says. The only reason she knows the things she knows is because I decided to share the information she knows. She just put like one and two together with some things. Some things she gets right, other things she gets wrong. You know, like for example, she was saying that my girlfriend had paid for the meal that day, or it wasn't even a meal; it was just a coffee. And because I was still live streaming, yeah, she went and she paid. But you know, it's Holland. You guys ever heard the term "going Dutch"? Sometimes the woman pays, sometimes the guys pays, sometimes they both pay, sometimes they go half hers. It's just normal here. It's not like not everywhere. It's like they do it like in America. Keep in mind, Americans in general don't have the reputation for being the smartest people in the world at the moment. So I'm just saying, dude. I mean, her mentality just shows that she really has her head way up her culo. And yeah, ik kan er ook niks aan doen, jongens. I cannot do anything about that. You know, if she decides to be stupid and going back to kissing Viking Samurai's ass, be my guest. I didn't even know she was that much of a Viking Samurai ass kisser. I was really surprised. So, which makes me wonder if she's even really who she says she is, or if she even knows how to box like she says she knows how to box. And that whole offering me money to like fight is like, dude, I mean, I'll fight Badr Hari for 30K, 25K. I'll fight Peter Ars for 25, 35K if somebody offers me that right now. I'll fight Remy Bonjaski for 25, 35, 30K. I'll fight, what's his name? Um, Melvin Manhu for 25, 35, 40K. Whatever, dude. Like, I'll fight anyone for that amount of money right now. I'm not saying it will be like that next year, but right now, I'll fight anyone with, if I can kick, I'll fight anyone. I'll take that back. I don't mean fight boxing because some people might be like, "Oh yeah, we'll box him or box." I'm not doing the boxing thing. You're fighting me. You're getting kicked. You want to get kicked? Go ahead. Go right ahead. Let's do it. I'll kick and kick people all day. It's my hobby. But as soon as there's kicks involved, guys, I don't care. I'll fight anybody if I can kick them. But I'm not gonna go fight someone like judo rules or jiu-jitsu rules or even boxing rules. It makes no sense for me to fight boxing unless the person is my same height. They're not fighting boxing, same height, and they cannot be a professional boxer. I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna fight a professional boxer and get knocked out or embarrass myself. I know where my skills are, where my strengths are, and where my sort of weaknesses lie. I mean, I can punch really, really good, but I'm not gonna compete with a boxer with boxing rules. Now, I'll give one exception. If a professional boxer wants to box me, but we can add Superman punches and spinning back fists, then I'll box his ass. Because I know he's not going to be able to deal with my spinning back fist and my Superman punches. But those are not boxing rules there anymore, is there? But if a boxer ever agrees to box me when I can spinning back fist, so I can jump and punch, then I'll fucking fight a boxer because they don't know how to deal with jumping punches or spinning punches. They have no idea how to deal with that. They only know how to deal with things that they can see coming at them directly: jabs, crosses, hooks, uppercuts. So what they're used to dealing with is very different to what like a real martial artist or a fighter that's more well rounded is used to dealing with. So if a boxer wants to fight me with spinning back fists and Superman punches, hey, let's do it. I'll fight Canelo tomorrow. Anybody. But with actual boxing rules, no, no. I do like the way my nose held up over the years and my jaw, and I don't intend to get brain damage for no reason. Like, why would I not kick a fool if I have that weapon to kick a fool? I mean, it makes no sense for me to fight someone and like I'll fight you, but I'm not gonna use my legs. No, I don't think so. I'll use my legs. Otherwise, I'm not fighting anybody. Right? Again, unless I can spinning back fist and jump and Superman punches, and that counts only for boxers. I'm not gonna like fight, let's say, Rico Verhoeven with these rules because I'm not stupid. Again, I'm not gonna fight someone as a heavyweight that knows these punches. I'll fight Rico Verhoeven with regular kickboxing rules. With that I'll do. So, in case this question ever comes up of who will I fight or who will I not fight, man, I'll fight anybody as long as I can kick them.
Running.
It was too late.
Oh.
I had to catch it. It's so dark here. It's crazy.
But so Miss Morena claims she offered you to fight for that
Yeah,
money,
she's offering some money to fight me or something. I don't know.
but you don't know about this.
Yeah, I saw this. I saw the comment
Just
because my
oh,
subscribers told me to go look, so I looked. I just went and peeked and looked to see what the fuss was all about. But but whatever. The thing she said she got from watching our streams, and she's just blowing things out of proportion. She doesn't even really know what she's talking about. So
mm,
it's yeah, whatever. You know, like as far as far as mentioning the whole drinking shit is like, yeah, I mean, the she's always drank. I mean, since she was 14. That's not something that I caused. She's drank her whole life.
yeah.
There's people here that start drinking at 13, 12. It's Holland, guys. I mean, so it's like whatever. You don't know what you're talking about with certain things, but with other things, yeah, maybe you put one and two together. She paid, yeah, because you heard her say, "I'm going to pay" while I'm live streaming. Oh wow, you want me to clap you for that? You think you're like you serve a CSI investigation diploma now or what? I'm just saying, bro. Whatever, you
Your
know.
sticker.
Yeah, you earned a sticker. But kicking off precision is perfect, so hands too can hit side head on their ears. True, man. Everything is possible. Chow. What I need for pass from a crescent axe kick at 160 degrees and turning into a hook kick or a Tolio Bande. Spin even, but more for use in to out to come from side to front and the opposite. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I wonder if Hansarabos and Miss Morena aren't the same person. I'm kidding, of course. I know they're not because Hansarabos cannot even spell basic English, but yeah, they're almost the same. It's a very good observation. Only someone who's been following my channel for a long time would know this. I salute you. Tailgating. Not really. Meow Xiao says, my Sabonim, former Olympian Taekwondo champion in 92. Nice. Holland, land of bicycles. I made a video today where I talked about why Dutch kickboxers have strong legs. You guys see these guys? Who knows how long they've been biking for, where they're going, but I bet you they probably play soccer also, and who knows if they kickbox or not. But if you're already doing this cycling shit all your life and you're playing soccer and then you do the kickboxing, it's like you already have strong legs. So I made a video about that today, and that's the bicycle pad here on the side. So the guys you just saw are gonna be cycling on this side. The lights. Yeah. How far are we away? So
5 minutes maximum.
I know the Michael J. White, Black Samurai Beef, and Michael J. White BS. Yeah. It's time for some Dutch cookies or brownies. Yeah, what? Yeah. Yes, more Atletico. Don't gotta go to the store, nothing.
You know,
Is that where we're going now, or
well, I
what do
was
you want?
thinking first go home or first to the store. I don't have really something for hearing.
Okay, so what do you wanna? Well, you gotta teach too, so you, okay. Well, yeah, we can go to the house first, I guess. I guess, yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm looking at those rules.
yeah, we'll walk instead.
These parts.
You guys see that here? That's a train station. This little thing here is not very big. It's one of the smallest ones I've seen here in Holland. But that's the train station right there.
The last one
Hey, there comes the train.
before the border.
The last train before the border with Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, lekker. Lekker bezig, jongen. Just for the heads up.
Nobody goes, then I go.
The comments. Mio Shao, I use too much technical skills, but I guess it is limited by my Wing Chun laziness. Okay. Is it police corrupt? Here? I think you mean there. Here, you mean, right? I don't think you're asking me if the police is corrupt where you live. I think you would know that better than I do. But, but in Holland, it's not as bad as in other countries, I guess. I mean, corruption here is more limited to like cops leaking information to criminals for money. That's most cases, at least that we hear about. But you got to keep in mind, Holland's a very secretive country, so there must be a lot of other dirty shit that we never hear about. It's not like Mexico where the truth always comes out. Holland is a country where they know how to keep stuff hidden pretty well. So, and I know this because like I've seen stuff happen in Holland where I think, like at the door, for example, like I see stuff happen and I think, oh shit, this is gonna be on the news tomorrow, and then there's nothing on the news. You know, like I've seen some gangster ass shit happen in Holland. I'm not even gonna give details, and then nothing happens. But nothing happens. I mean, it doesn't come out on the news. Nobody finds out about it. Nobody knows about it. So yeah. Yeah. Yes. 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 See. So I'm gonna end this stream, guys. Till next video. Catch you later.